Hello, my name is Christopher Embry. I will be talking about my technology integration assignment and the project that I've designed around this topic. For this, the real world topic is urban planning, and the tool that students will use to fulfill this project is Issue. So, what students will do with this is they will design a brochure. First, they will work in groups of 3 or 4, depending on the class size, to create a fictional tourist town. They will use Issue to design their 10-page brochure that will advertise this town. They have a few things that they need to include within this brochure. They need to have tourist attractions that will entice people to come visit. They need to have some amenities listed, such as restaurants or rest areas that exist in their town. They need to describe some of the infrastructure, and this will get them thinking about kind of like the behind the scenes sort of stuff in towns where the infrastructure makes everything else possible. They could use airports, docks, water lines, electrical grids. Um, they can even use internet lines, telephone lines, whatever they want for this portion. They need to have one page devoted to a historical fact, or they can go and deep dive into the history of their town. This is just to get them thinking deeper on the historical place that their town fits in, even though it's a fictional town. They can find a place to fit it in history. Uh, One page they'll need to include is a map created using Google Drawing that contains all of the sites that they've actually put in the previous pages of the brochure, so that way they can find a way to fit everything together that makes sense. The final page will be used to source the photos they use, because a lot of these photos will probably be found online. It's very important to uh, give proper credit to where those photos came from. So after they do this and they upload it to Issue, and the assignment gets published, they will then view some other brochures from their peers and choose 3 towns that they would pick for their cross country tour. And they will explain their reasoning in an essay. So, of course, they're going to use Issue here. What you'll do is download the brochure template, and with that, you actually create it in the PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. So here we've got the brochure, and right now it's just the template, so it's got stuff written in Latin. But what you'll do is you'll switch out photos, create your town, and students will work together on that. Uh, Here is the example that I've created. I've created the fictional town of Belle Arbor, USA, and here's a photo of their courthouse and a tourist having a romantic moment. Um, Here's some of the attractions. Touch the sky in the Belle Arbor Heaven Elevator, the world's tallest observation deck. Try one of Belle Arbor's luxurious beaches. Here are some restaurants. The Belle Arbor Forest Cafe and the Francaise Kitchen. We also have this, which helps fulfill the historical fact, the Calvin Coolidge Summer Home. And students can wrap that into an attraction themselves, or they can just have a whole page just dedicated to it. So this actually creates sort of a little historical um, element for it. Over here we've got hike on the Terre Haute Mountain. And then here we've got, in order to fulfill the infrastructure portion, we've got the Belle Arbor docks being advertised. We've got a water treatment plant and solar power, showing where people get their power and their fresh water. And then here we've got the map of Belle Arbor, and here we just fit everything that we've created, so that way tourists can actually have a map showing where everything is. And Belle Arbor is on an island. That's what I ended up coming up with. So we've got a beach right here, a public beach. We've got some cafes. We've got the Calvin Coolidge House, pretty close to where the courthouse is. Of course, the last page will be the bibliography for all the photos. Um, and here's the Google Drawing where I've created the map. Um, so yeah, that is the assignment that I have created.